this is my thing, Nicki Minaj, right? Why would I be here sitting in line like, oh yeah, I did this, I did that, knowing that the next day there was gonna be so much footages of that same night?
Cardi B said she had footage from her fight with Nicki Minaj. Everyone thought she was bluffing, until now. Cardi B just dropped the footage from her fight with Nicki Minaj, and it's way crazier than anyone imagined. This isn't just another celebrity feud, it's a decade of anger, betrayal, and secrets finally exploding on camera. Leaked calls, deleted tweets, family drama, and now actual footage? Cardi vs. Nicki just hit a level no one saw coming. It started with a shoe at Fashion Week, and ended with leaked audio, deleted posts, and Cardi B's most shocking move yet. The moment Cardi B hinted that she had footage from her infamous run-in with Nicki Minaj, many brushed it off as talk. But turns out, she wasn't bluffing because she's finally released it and now the internet can't stop watching. In this video, we're breaking down what's really in that footage and how it connects to one of the wildest celebrity feuds of 2025. Let's be honest, the tension between Cardi B and Nicki Minaj has never been subtle. But this year, it reached a level no one saw coming. Forget subliminal disses or sneaky social media shade. This was full-blown chaos. Leaked phone calls, deleted diss tracks, families dragged into the drama, and fans practically setting the internet on fire. Everything started when Cardi dropped her long-awaited second album, Am I the Drama, in late September 2025. Just a day after her big release, a phone call from July 2024 suddenly leaked online, and it wasn't pretty. In the audio, Cardi's voice was pure Bronx energy, heated, loud, and unfiltered. She was allegedly threatening to fight Ice Spice during her Y2K promo shoot at the Empire State Building. "I'll beat her up. You think I'm lying? I'll knock her out," she shouted in the clip. But Ice Spice wasn't the only one catching heat. Cardi also threw shade at other rappers, calling one weak and taking shots at Megan Thee Stallion. People online were quick to speculate that Cardi felt threatened by the new generation of women in rap. The timing didn't help either. The leak dropped right when her album should have been celebrating chart success. It felt like someone was trying to ruin her moment. Cardi brushed it off, saying, "Y'all know that's old. I talk my stuff when I'm mad." But the damage was done. Blogs, fans, and the Barbs ran with it like it just happened. Nicki Minaj wasn't about to stay silent. She jumped on X, formerly Twitter, and posted what looked like thinly veiled diss lyrics. Screenshots spread like wildfire before she deleted them. One read, "Falling off the charts with a big belly. Still cannot sell me." Another took aim at surgery rumors. "Surgery to look like me." Nicki even went further, writing Barney B, Rico fraud, and perjury, mocking Cardi's legal troubles and physical appearance. Fans swore a full diss track was coming, but Nicki deleted the posts before it went that far. Cardi hit back instantly. She fired off her own tweets, calling Nicki Cocaine Barbie and taunting her. "You must have missed me, huh? Now kiss my feet," she wrote, clearly enjoying the moment. She even threw shade at Nicki's career longevity. "You've been in the game 16 years. Go compare yourself to Rihanna or Drake. I was in high school when you came out. Why are you coming for me?" That's when things turned dark. The feud stopped being about music and crossed into personal territory. Nicki started liking shady tweets about Cardi's parenting, while rumors surfaced online claiming Cardi's kids were on the spectrum. Cardi hit back even harder, accusing Nicki of struggling with fertility and hinting it was related to drug use. At that point, it wasn't beef, it was character assassination. The whole industry began to pick sides. JT from City Girls mocked Cardi's album sales with a tweet saying, "That hoe mad and lying," which Nicki quickly reposted. Saucy Santana jumped in too, claiming Nicki had texted Young Miami to keep the drama going. Even Ice Spice threw subtle shade, posting laughing emojis that fans took as mockery. Cardi's sister, Hennessy Carolina, went to war for her, posting non-stop defenses and clapping back at anyone who disrespected her sister. Meanwhile, rappers like 50 Cent and Waka Flocka Flame tried to calm things down. "Hope the girls stop before it gets worse," 50 told Complex. But instead of cooling off, every new comment only made the fire spread faster. Soon, it wasn't just Cardi versus Nicki. It was fan armies in full-blown digital warfare. Barbs flooded Cardi's pages with snake emojis, offset memes, and clown gifs. Cardi's supporters fired back with hashtag Grandma Minaj trends and reminders of Nicki's husband's criminal record. Even regular fans started posting proof of the threats they were receiving. It wasn't just gossip anymore, it was ugly, toxic, and dangerous. And the fallout was real. Cardi reportedly lost brand deals as fashion labels backed away from the drama. For Nicki, every time she reignited the feud, her husband's legal troubles resurfaced in the media, overshadowing her music. Even streaming platforms got dragged into it. Fans accused Spotify and Apple of favoritism, claiming playlists were being manipulated. Sure, all the chaos was great for clicks and engagement, but for business? It was a disaster. What's worse is that this feud exposed a sad truth about the industry. Female rappers are constantly pitted against each other, and everyone, from blogs to fan pages, profits from it. As Cardi once said in an interview, it don't even feel like it's about music anymore. It's about who hates who. And she wasn't wrong. The bad blood between Nicki and Cardi has lasted nearly a decade. Hip-hop has seen legendary rivalries end before. Jay-Z and Nas made peace. Jeezy and Gucci performed together after real violence. But with Nicki and Cardi, it feels different. Too much has been said. Too many families dragged. Too many receipts online. And the internet never forgets. Still, if the money was right, a Nicki and Cardi collab would probably break the internet. But for now, 2025 has made one thing clear: peace isn't on the playlist. Cardi even clowned Nicki for her back-and-forth talk about retirement. "Didn't you say you were retiring?" "Then retire, sis," she wrote, sparking another wave of memes comparing Nicki to old ladies in rocking chairs. As for the Cocaine Barbie nickname, that wasn't random. It was Cardi's way of reviving long-standing rumors about Nicki's erratic behavior and possible drug use. She never confirmed it outright, but the timing right after mentioning Nicki's fertility made fans connect the dots. Nicki never addressed it directly, but her supporters went to war online, accusing Cardi of spreading lies about a black woman's body and motherhood. And that's where things stand. Two icons, both powerful, both loved, locked in a feud that keeps getting uglier, louder, and harder to walk away from. When that leaked audio of Cardi B dissing Latto hit the internet, it reopened an old wound that fans hadn't forgotten. Back in 2022, Latto and Nicki Minaj had already gone at it publicly after Latto accused Nicki of being a bully over Grammy nominations. So, when the Barbs heard Cardi called Latto weak, they went wild, accusing Cardi of being fake, pretending to support other female rappers while secretly putting them down behind the scenes. Latto didn't respond publicly in 2025, but her fans didn't stay quiet. They started dragging Cardi online, turning the situation into a chaotic three-way storm. That's when Cardi's sister, Hennessy Carolina, stepped in, and she didn't hold back. "Y'all not gonna keep talking slick about my sister like she ain't the one putting the Bronx on the map," she wrote. Hennessy accused Nicki's fans of being obsessive and even hinted that Nicki pays blogs to attack Cardi's image, Nicki's husband's probation, and court cases. Suddenly, it wasn't just fan arguments, it was legal receipts versus plastic surgery receipts. And while the stars were busy trading shade, the real winners were the blogs. Outlets like The Shade Room and Hollywood Unlocked posted every update, screenshot, and messy interaction. Every time someone sneezed in the feud, there was a headline about it. Even international media joined in. The Guardian published think pieces about how toxic female rap rivalries had become, while Spanish-language outlets hyped up Cardi's Dominican roots, framing her as the underdog standing up to the industry's gatekeeper. The feud wasn't just dominating American hip-hop, it had gone global. Even people who didn't listen to rap knew about it. But to really understand why things got this bad in 2025, you have to rewind the clock. This beef didn't start overnight, it's been brewing for years. Back in 2017, Cardi B was still fresh out of Love and hip-hop, New York, and just starting to blow up with her hit single Bodak Yellow. That song was unstoppable, blasting in clubs, car radios, and topping charts. By September, she made history as the first solo female rapper since Lauryn Hill to reach #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. Nicki Minaj, meanwhile, had already been ruling hip-hop for a decade, platinum albums, chart-topping hits, and a fan base that worshipped her. So when Cardi's star began rising fast, fans and media started stirring the pot. The narrative was simple but dangerous. There can only be one queen. Things came to a head when the two ended up on the same track, Migos' 2017 single Motorsport. At first, fans thought it was a powerful moment for women in rap. But when the video dropped, people noticed something odd: Cardi and Nicki weren't in any scenes together. That tiny detail exploded into rumors. Cardi later said Nicki had changed her verse without telling her. Nicki broke down in tears during a Beats One interview, saying she felt ambushed and hurt that Cardi didn't show her respect. After that, Both women tried to play nice publicly, saying there was no beef, but nobody bought it. The tension was out in the open. By 2018, things turned into a lyrical chess match. Fans dissected every Nicki verse for subliminal shots at Cardi, while Cardi's rants on social media were treated like responses. Every move either woman made was seen as shade. Then came the night that changed everything, September 7, 2018, the legendary Harper's Bazaar Icons party during New York Fashion Week. According to multiple reports, Cardi confronted Nicki for allegedly liking posts that insulted her parenting. Words were exchanged, tempers flared, and before anyone could process it, Cardi threw a red shoe across the room. Chaos erupted. Photos of Cardi being escorted out barefoot, her dress and a knot swelling on her forehead, went viral instantly. Some witnesses claimed Nicki's close friend Ra'Ali punched Cardi during the scuffle. Cardi denied it, saying the security guards caused the injury. Nicki later said on Queen Radio that Ra gave Cardi that bump on her head. Cardi fired back on Instagram, "Ra didn't touch me. That was security. There's footage from every angle. Where's me getting dragged?" Fans took sides fast. The Barbs said Ra'Ali handled her. The Bardi gang said Cardi missed Nicki with the shoe, but made her point. Regardless of what really happened, that photo, Cardi barefoot, bruised, and furious, became one of the most famous images of their feud. TMZ treated it like a boxing match. Cardi later vented online, saying, "How you gonna call me a wild animal? Say I attacked you, act like a victim, then play the gangster? Pick a side." And that's really what's defined this feud ever since. Two powerful women, both larger than life, both refusing to back down, while the entire world watches, picks sides, and keeps the drama alive. When Nicki went on Queen Radio days later, she didn't hold back. "You put your hands on certain people, you're gonna die. Period," she said, her voice sharp and full of warning. Cardi fired back almost instantly on Instagram, writing, "I've let a lot slide. I've let you sneak diss me, I've let you lie on me. But when you mention my child and like posts calling me a bad mother, that's when all bets are off." That moment changed everything. It wasn't just a rap beef anymore, it was personal. After the Harper's Bazaar incident, Nicki turned Queen Radio into her own battleground. She accused Cardi of using payola to boost her songs, mocked her tough girl attitude, and sided with other artists who had their own issues with Cardi. Meanwhile, Cardi launched a legendary 10-part Instagram rant, addressing every single thing Nicki had said, receipts included. In those videos, Cardi sounded tired but determined, flipping between frustration and Bronx fire. She pulled out screenshots of texts, contracts, and conversations to prove her points. By the end of 2018, the feud had turned into a numbers game. Who had more streams, who topped the charts, who really had the public's ear. Nicki then accused Atlantic Records, Cardi's label, of buying radio play and manipulating streaming numbers. "So how can I use payola on something that's already backing you?" she asked on Queen Radio. Cardi clapped back again, saying Nicki was just bitter and that her success came from hard work, not industry favors. Things got even messier when Nicki leaked private messages and DMs, claiming they proved Cardi was lying. She even shared her texts with Quavo to show she didn't sabotage motorsport. Cardi hit right back with her own receipts, phone contracts, screenshots, and messages with Offset, all meant to prove Nicki had tried to block her career opportunities. The lines were clearly drawn. Nicki teamed up with Ice Spice on the Princess Diana remix, giving the Bronx newcomer her royal coin. Meanwhile, Cardi dropped Tomorrow 2 with Glorilla, a track that went viral on TikTok and tore up the charts. Both songs blew up, but fans treated them like rival banners. Barb's crowned Ice Spice the next queen, while Bardi Gang said Cardi and Glorilla were the real voices of the streets. In reality, both collabs thrived, but the optics made it seem like Nicki and Cardi were still playing chess, just using newer rappers as pieces. The feud also spilled beyond music. Real-life drama kept adding sparks. In 2022, Cardi won a $4 million defamation lawsuit against blogger Tasha K, who had spread lies about her. Cardi's fans called it justice. Nicki's fans mocked it, saying Cardi couldn't handle criticism. That same year, Nicki's husband, Kenneth Petty, was sentenced to house arrest for failing to register as a sex offender, something Cardi's fans never stopped bringing up online, while Barb's dismissed it as irrelevant to Nicki's music. Even the industry headlines seemed to feed the rivalry. When Nicki's Super Freaky Girl hit #1 in 2022, it should have been a full win, but when the Grammys placed it in the pop category instead of rap, Nicki vented online. She said other female rappers were being protected while she was being targeted. Fans instantly tied her comments to Cardi, accusing her of benefiting from industry favoritism, even though Cardi had nothing to do with it. Cardi, meanwhile, didn't release a new album during that period, but her singles and features kept charting high. She used that momentum to remind everyone she was still winning without even trying. Barb's pushed back, claiming Billboard was giving Cardi an unfair edge with bundles and discounts, echoing Nicki's old payola accusations. By the end of 2022, the Cold War between Nicki and Cardi was alive and well, fought through chart placements, lyrics, and loyal fans. When Super Freaky Girl debuted at #1, Barb's called it Nicki's grand comeback. To them, it wasn't just a hit, it was proof their queen still ruled the throne. Cardi's up hitting #1 in 2021 gave Bardi Gang their bragging rights for years. Fans flooded the internet with side-by-side infographics comparing chart stats, weeks at #1, total Hot 100 entries, streaming peaks. It wasn't just music anymore, it was a scoreboard. Between 2021 and 2023, Nicki's fans leaned hard into one of their favorite accusations, that Cardi didn't write her own bars. They dug up old interviews where Cardi admitted she sometimes co-wrote hooks with producers and used them as proof she wasn't authentic. Cardi hit back the only way she knows how, straight and confident. She tweeted, "I make money, I make hits, and I make history. Y'all worried about credits more than the charts." But no matter what she said, the ghostwriting label stuck. Nicki even slipped it into her subliminals, throwing shots at girls who need a team for every verse. When Cardi skipped the 2023 Grammys, rumors took off instantly. Blogs claimed it was because she didn't want to be in the same room as Nicki. Cardi later said she missed it for personal reasons, but by then, the narrative had already taken off. Even the thought of them being at one event together felt impossible. From 2021 to 2024, online spaces like Lipstick Alley, Reddit threads, and pop culture group chats basically turned into war zones. Every move either of them made was treated like evidence. If Cardi liked a post? Headlines. If Nicki blinked twice in a video? New theory. Fans debated everything, from whether Cardi's press video was mocking Nicki's court drama to whether Nicki's outfits were copying Cardi's style. It stopped feeling like a rap beef and started feeling like a live, never-ending reality show. What made this era so unique was how both women mastered the art of silence. No live rants, no public meltdowns, just calculated moves and cryptic posts. Cardi would throw a subtle like or a retweet. Nicki would drop a laughing emoji under a shady meme. To outsiders, it looked quiet. But to fans? Every move was decoded like a secret message. By the time 2024 came to a close, both sides had fully dug in. Nicki had her alliances, Ice Spice, JT, and a few other up-and-coming stars. Cardi had Glorilla, Megan, On and Off, and her die-hard Bardi Gang. The lawsuits, subliminal lyrics, collabs, and cold shoulders all build up pressure like a ticking time bomb. So, when that leaked 2024 phone call dropped in 2025, the one where Cardi went off, it didn't feel random. It felt like the final crack in a dam that had been leaking for almost a decade. The Cold War was over. The feud was back, louder, nastier, and bigger than ever. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this breakdown, click one of the boxes on your screen to dive into more stories just like this one.